friends, welcome to my video and to my brand new channel. So this will be my first YouTube video and I'm really excited. So today I'm just going to give you a little bit of information about who I am and then also go through my October budget that I'm going to share with y'all, because my channel is going to be largely about my financial journey. My goal is to pay off all my consumer debt by the end of 2021. And so I've been watching lots of different YouTube videos and channels, and people have just really helped me as I try to figure out how to pay off this debt in such a small amount of time. And I just figured, I might as well just document my own journey, and maybe that would be helpful for other people. So that's why I'm here today. My name is Kristen, and I'm excited to share where I'm at and show you where I'm going. And I think this will be really good for holding me accountable to my goals, and also hopefully will just be entertaining to watch, because I know I can watch endless budget with me and cash stuffing videos, and so I'm excited to help contribute to the community, because it's really fun watching everyone's budgets, budget with me's and cash envelope stuffings, and just kind of keep up with where they're at and see people reach their goals and see their sinking funds add up. And so I'm really excited to start documenting my journey, because I've been on it for a few months now, but it'll be exciting to actually get it on camera. So I wanted to start my channel off with a budget video, and this is my budget notebook, binder, whatever you want to call it. It's an ARC notebook from Staples, and I just got the cover that I really enjoyed and put the expander discs on it. They're just the plastic ARC ones. I found this to be a really affordable option as I'm starting, and I'm excited to use it. I might eventually switch into a happy planner, but for now I'm going to use this because I really, really like the cover. We'll just go ahead and jump into it. So today we're going to be doing my October budget. And so each divider is for the different months. They're coming up. I need to find a better solution for that. But I have this little pouch that I keep all my receipts in for the month. So I don't have any because October hasn't started yet. It starts tomorrow. I'm filming this at the last day of September. So I don't have any receipts for October yet, but that is where I will put them once I get them. So first thing I'm going to do is just fill out the monthly calendar. So I'm going to fill out my monthly with just when my bills are due and things like that. And I'm going to speed up through this so that you can just see the final product. So. Okay, so here are my major bills that are coming out of my account this month. So I know when most of those things are going to be, and I do have a few goals for the month. So my two major goals are to not spend from my sinking funds. So since I'm just starting my sinking funds, my goal is to really not touch those in 2020 so that I can build them up and then use them in 2021. The only exceptions to that will be, I do need an oil change probably in November, so I might spend some for the oil change, and then I am gonna spend the Christmas money that I'm saving. I also might potentially have a trip in November that I spend some of my travel money on, but those are the only ones that I want. I don't want to touch any of the rest of them. So if I need to spend things in those categories, I want to do that in my weekly or monthly spending rather than from here, just so that I can really, build up that cushion. Some things to note are I have two credit cards, my Bank of America credit card and my Citi credit card. And so my Citi credit card I got with a 0% balance transfer deal. So I have that for the next 18 months. And my goal is to transfer a lot of money out of my Bank of America credit card into that one, pay it down, and then also pay this one off simultaneously. And I mapped out how I can do that to pay off both of those credit card balances by the end of 2021, which is before the 18 months 0% expires. So I have a plan all mapped out that I've done on my, like in Google Sheets, where I did all the math and figured all of that out. So now I just have to implement the plan. And the reason there's 3 different Bank of America credit card payments is because I am still collecting interest on that. I do have like a 19% interest rate, and the more frequent payments help with interest because interest is calculated daily. So the more frequent payments I make, the more I'll save on interest. The first payment every month will finish what I need to pay for that before the closing date, and then the rest of the payments will start working on the next month's payments to make sure I meet at least my minimums. And I'll explain more about that as my journey goes on, but that's kind of a brief overview of the month. Okay, so next is the Paycheck bill tracker. And the way that I'm gonna fill this out is I'm going to complete this for the entire month of October. So I get paid monthly. So I got paid today, September 30th, for the month of October. So I'm gonna budget for the month, but then I'm going to stuff envelopes weekly. It's what's helped me, save money and keep my spending under control. So in terms of my income, I'm gonna take this out so I can write flat. So I have my monthly paycheck. I'm going to fill out all the categories and speed that up, and then I'll talk with y'all about the amounts just to, save time and make this video shorter. For my monthly paycheck, I usually budget $2,765. I'm gonna put other income as well, because I am trying to make other income this month to help with my debt payoff. So whether that's through selling things or trying to pick up tutoring or some sort of side hustle. But I'm gonna say that I'm not budgeting for any of that so that I can have a zero-based budget, which if you don't know what that means, the Budget Mom is like the best resource for figuring out how to create your zero-based budget. So would definitely recommend checking her out if you haven't already. So my income is just going to be that. And that is my income for what I'm stuffing into these categories. It's not everything, but that's the number I feel comfortable sharing. And so that's the number we're gonna go with. Okay, so the first bill that I have is rent and utilities. So I pay my landlord a lump sum of all of this. And I'm gonna budget $850 for that. My cell phone bill is $83 a month, and both of those are paid out on the 1st. Apple Care for me is $9 for my cell phone, and then my gym membership is $50 every month. It did just recently reopen, which is awesome with COVID safe guidelines in place. So really enjoying being back in the gym. In my bills, I also put my 2 credit cards minimum payments because I consider those a bill, not extra debt, because those are the mandatory things that I need to pay. So Bank of America this month will be $150, and then the Citi credit card one is going to be around $33. I don't know for sure, so that's just an estimate. And then insurance, budgeting $95. That includes my renter's insurance, my car insurance, and then like some extra insurance that's tacked on to my renters just to be extra safe. iCloud was only $3 a month. Counseling, I budget $90 a month because I have a $45 copay and I try to go every other week. And then my gym does small group like classes that are basically personal training, but there's more than one person there. So I pay for a couple of those a month. So I'm budgeting $30 for that. And then I'm not budgeting anything for my student loans because of the government's student loan forbearance until the end of the year. So I'm using this as an opportunity to pay nothing on my loan so I can throw it all on my credit cards since those are still accruing interest. So all of this, let's add that up. So all of this will be $1,393, which will leave me with $1,372 to budget. My goal for this month is that my bills and my envelopes, so my spending, be less than $2,000. My leftover again is $1,372, and groceries for this month I'm going to budget $320 because that is $80 a week. I've been doing okay with that. I went over last month, so I'm hoping to stick to that this month. Eating out, I'm trying to scale back on, so I'm only giving myself $100 this month, which is $25 a week. I have a category called Flex Funds, and so that basically is like my spending envelope that other people have, or my miscellaneous envelope. I just call it Flex Funds, so I can use that on anything that I want to. And I'm giving myself $40 this month, so about $10 a week. And then gas, I'm giving myself $80 for the month, which is probably more than I'll need, but I'm gonna keep it because I am going out of town, and so I might need to spend more on gas. And then special expenses I keep every month because there's always something every month. And this month I need to buy a birthday present for somebody. I'm going out of town, so I'll have money. I need money for that. So this month I am budgeting $60 towards special expenses, and I'll take that out in the weeks where I need to spend it. Now, adding that up, we have is $600 flat. And we had $1,372 left over minus 600. It means we have $772 left to stuff. So to double check on my goal, I spent $1,393 for bills and $600 for envelopes, and that puts me under $2,000 with like $7 of wiggle room, which I feel good about. So I'm really hoping I can stick to this because that is my goal for the month. So now one of my favorite parts is my sinking funds. So I get to stuff my sinking funds, and I'm going to do that weekly, but I would like having an idea of what my goal is for the month and then hoping that I can make it happen weekly based on how my spending goes and things like that. So for the month, I really want to save $80 for Christmas because that's right around the corner, and I didn't start saving until last month in September, so trying to make up time. Auto care for my car, I'm hoping to save $60 because like I said, I have an oil change coming up, and I might have to dip into that if I can't make it work with my weekly spending, so want to stuff that a little bit more. Vacation, putting $60 hopefully for the month because again, going out of town a couple times. But I'm hoping not to use this money, but I might use it in future months when I take trips for the holidays and things. I have a medical and healthcare sinking fund that helps pay for copays, prescriptions, things like that. And so I'm hoping to budget $40 this month for that. Gifts, I'm hoping to do $40. And then household, I'm just gonna try and do $20 this month. I don't really need anything at home, but I do wanna put some in there so it's ready for 2021. So my personal care sinking fund covers a lot of different ground. This includes my clothing. I really enjoy playing like team sports. So it includes like registration for team sports as those come up. What other things? Like, I don't know, if I wanted to go and get my nails done or something like that, personal care covers all of those categories right now. Once I'm done paying off debt, I might add more categories, but for now, I'm just lumping them all into personal care. And I'm gonna try to do 80 this month because that's a lot of ground to cover in one envelope, so I wanna stuff that more than some of the others. So weddings, I'm gonna try and stuff 60 this month. This will be a new sinking fund for me this month, because I have a lot of weddings that were supposed to happen during COVID get rescheduled to 2021. And I have to travel a lot. I have to buy a lot of things for that. So I want to be saving for that ahead of time. 1 month ahead is my hope to get 1 month ahead of on my bills. And it's not a big priority for me right now, but I want it to become one eventually. So once I get these like stuffed and padded with some cushion, I'm hoping to switch my focus more on the 1 month ahead fund. So for now, I'm keeping it active, and I'm hoping to do $1 a week, which would mean $4 for the month. Same thing with yearly subscriptions. So I pay for things yearly like AAA, Netflix, things like that, or Amazon Prime. So again, not a huge priority for me because I can take those out of my weekly spending if I need to for now, but I want to keep the envelope active and add to it. So $1 a week for that is what I'm going to do. And then I ran out of lines, but I also have a side hustle sinking fund for if I want to. I'm debating, opening an Etsy shop one day or doing something else to kind of create a little side hustle for myself, and I'll need some upfront money for that. So this month I'm just hoping to stuff $40 in that to get it off the ground. So if we add up all of that, that's going to be $488, which will leave me with $284 left to stuff. So next thing is extra debt. So we have $284. So like I said, I'm on a debt payoff journey to try and pay down my credit cards. And so the Citi credit card has a 0% interest rate for the first 18 months for any balance transfers. So I've transferred some of my Bank of America credit card balance to my Citi credit card. And so my goal is to pay down my Citi credit card very quickly because it has a lower credit limit than my Bank of America credit card does. So, and you have to transfer all the balance transfers for the promotion by the end of November. So I only have until like early November to pay down this so that I can transfer more out of my Bank of America credit card, which will save me in interest eventually. So my goal is to pay this down aggressively for October and the beginning of November, and then transfer a bunch of money back to this so I get the 0%. And then I have 18 months, or I'll have by then 12 months to pay it off, which I'll pay it off before the 12 months for sure. But then I'll switch gears, and instead of focusing on the Citi credit card, because I got the 0%, the balance transfers happened, I've maxed out this card, then I'll switch gears and start aggressively paying off my Bank of America credit card because it's still accruing interest. And I'll try to get that as low as I can. And then when it's time to start paying this off so that I can finish it, pay it down to 0 before the end of 2021, I'll start splitting my money between the two credit cards so I can get this one completely paid off by December. And by my math, I'll also have this one completely paid off by December 2021. So that's my plan. I could do another video on like how I did the math for that if it interests you, but balance transfers definitely have lots of like terms and conditions that are good to know and to read through the fine print for. So if you are interested in balance transfers, learn about them before you do it. And then I really would recommend doing the math to try and figure out how to maximize that offer that they give you. So long story, sorry, but I am going to try to budget $280 to throw extra at this. So that is what this dollar amount is for, is an extra payment above my minimum. And then debt avalanche, I have a sinking fund for that. It's not really a sinking fund, it's just an envelope. And as I sell things, if I get cash for them, I put it in this envelope. And then at the end of the month, I will pay down my my debt with that. So I'll transfer it back into my bank account, make an extra payment towards this card. So I'm budgeting 0, but I'm hoping to actually have some money in there to do an extra payment. So this is $280 total, and there's $4 left over. And so those last $4 are going to my savings challenge envelope in my sinking. It's also in my sinking funds binder, but it's really saving, like a extra savings, mostly because I ran out of lines up here. Otherwise, I'd probably consider it a sinking fund. But I'm hoping to do some fun savings challenges, but I think I need to attack my debt first. So I have the envelope ready whenever I feel comfortable to start doing savings challenges every month or throughout the year. I might try and start some in 2021. So for now, I'm just going to keep the envelope active by putting in $1 a week. So that'll be $4. And then my emergency savings, I'm not budgeting anything for because I have an emergency savings that's well stocked right now. So I'm not going to, that's not my priority. My priority is debt now that I have a really good emergency savings. So savings total is $4. We have $0 left over, which means we have a 0-based budget. The budget mom would be proud. So this is my monthly paycheck and my monthly budget. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the breakdown for week 1, which starts tomorrow on October 1st. So just flip this over. And now I'm going to do my cash envelope breakdown for week 1, which for me is going to run October 1st through October 8th. Here are my envelope categories for the week, and I'm gonna go through and figure out what amount I need for the week, and also open this up so I can see the monthly budget, but I'm gonna figure out what the amount is for the week and the breakdown that I need for the bank. See that better? And then what I'll do is I'll track if I overspent or underspent in any category down here. And then when I go into week 2, I'll be able to use that and figure out how I want to, if I have any leftover money, what to do with it. So for groceries, since I have $320 for the month, that means I have $80 for the week. So I'm gonna only do $80 for week 1. Eating out, I'm gonna give myself $25. With $10 of flex funds. I'm doing $20 a week for gas, and then special expenses. This week will be $40 because I have a birthday gift that I need to buy. Christmas this week, I'm going to do $20. My car, auto care, $15. Vacation, I'm also gonna do $15. Medical will get $10. Gifts will get $10. Household will only get $5. Personal care, I'm gonna do $20. Weddings, I'm gonna do $15. And then I'm only doing $1 in the 1 month ahead, the yearly subscriptions, as well as the savings challenge, because again, not priorities. My side hustle, I'm going to do $10. And then debt avalanche. So for this, I'm going to, this week, I should say, I'm going to pull out the cash because I want to stuff it, because I want to see like a visual representation of how much I'm putting towards debt. But then I'm gonna have to transfer it back and make the payment. So I've actually ordered some prop money, some fake money, so that I can stuff it every month so I can see physically like how much I've paid towards debt. I really think that's gonna motivate me and help me continue on this journey. So that comes in the mail tomorrow. So for week 2, I'm probably just gonna stuff prop money. But for this week, I'll do the real money and I'll just go transfer it back and make the payments when I need to. So for that, let's see. I need $50 for my Bank of America minimum payment. I need $13 for my Citi credit card minimum payment. And then I'm gonna put an extra $40 towards debt this week. So I need $103 for that this week. Awesome. So let's see what that total is. So that total is $401 that I need to pull out from the bank. So now what I need to do is figure out what denominations I want, and then I'll be able to fill out my little cash totals card that I'll give to the bank teller when I go to the bank right after this. So for groceries, I'm gonna do a 50, a 20, and a 10. For eating out, I'm gonna do 2 10s and a 5, just for like tip money or whatever. Flex funds, I'm going to do a 5 and 5 1s, I think. Gas, I'll just do a 20, and special expenses, I'll just do 2 20s for the 40. Christmas, I'll just do 1 20. For these next two, I'll do a 10 and a 5, and then a 10 for the next 2 categories, a 5 for household, a 20 for personal care, a 10 and a 5 for weddings, $1 for the dollar ones that I'm not prioritizing, $10 for a side hustle. And then for the debt avalanche, I have $50 for my Bank of America minimum, so I'll do $150. For my Citi minimum, I need 13, so I'll do a 10 and 3 1s. And then for the extra debt, I'm doing 20, so I'll do 120. Or no, I'm doing 40, so I'll do 2 20s for that. Also, y'all, I love these Frixion erasable pens. They save me when I do budgeting and planning. So would recommend an erasable pen for doing budgets. So now you add up the total bills. So the value for that, 11 ones is $11. 6 times 5 is $30. 10 times 10 is $100. 8 times 20 is $160, and 2 times 5 is $100. So that means the total value should be
100 plus 160 plus 100 plus 30 plus 11.
So 401, that's exactly what I need. So now I can just take my little cash totals, and the total is 401. So now I'm just gonna go to the bank and get my cash out. I hope this was helpful, and stay tuned for my cash envelope stuffing video, which we'll probably post tomorrow. If you liked this video, click the thumbs up. If you want to subscribe and follow along my journey, please hit the subscribe button, and I'm going to be putting out at least 2 videos a week. I'm hoping for 3. That is where I'm at, and that's my October budget. Like and subscribe. Bye.